You're watching Carolina and Company Live, your source for fun, entertainment, and events. With your host, Amanda Kinseth and Cecil Chandler. If it's happening in the area, then it's on Carolina and Company Live.
Welcome to Carolina and Company Live. We have a special episode for you today. It's called Try This at Home. It's a weekly segment we do with the Children's Museum of South Carolina, and it's things that you can do with your kids or your grandkids at home. You could also always do them at the museum. So stick with us. Let's check on the weather. Welcome back to Carolina and Company Live for your special episode of Try This at Home. Now I want you to remember that this will be posted online on carolinalive.com, so you can go back and watch these different things so that you can try them with your kids and your grandkids while you're at carolinalive.com. Don't forget, we also always have a deal of the day. You can find all sorts of deals on our website. And when you're online, we'll go ahead and send us an email to viewersrewards@gmail.com. That will get you registered for a free pass to go through Shadrack's Winter Wonderland. Now you're in store for an excellent show, so here you go. And welcome back to Carolina and Company Live. We have Melanie with us from the Children's Museum of South Carolina for Try This at Home. Melanie, what do you have for us today?
Well, today we're going to do a fun science experiment using recycled materials and things from the kitchen. So we have a regular bottle and some food coloring. So what I want you to do is I want you to add a couple drops of red food coloring.
Okay.
And I'll add a couple drops of blue. And this is great to teach kids about color mixing.
Red and blue make
But what color?
Purple.
Purple. Now notice they aren't mixing with anything. So we want to activate that without making a mess. So you're just going to drop in out of your medicine cabinet some Alka-Seltzer.
Okay.
When we drop that in, the Alka-Seltzer goes to the bottom and starts to react. The Alka-Seltzer is a solid that turns into carbon dioxide, and it grabs it and it goes up into the top part, and as it reacts, it knocks the color down.
Wow.
The blue comes down, then it hits the red. It'll start to turn purple. This is a great activity to teach kids about color mixing, to teach them about properties of liquids, that water and oil don't mix, and you get to make a little fizzy lava lamp
to
take home with you. After it's done reacting, all you have to do, put the cap on. You don't want to do it while it's still reacting because that gas is escaping.
Right.
But when they've learned their science, you just put on a little Children's Museum stamp of approval.
Hey, there you go.
And it's all set.
So if you have kids, grandkids, definitely try this at home. One more time, the ingredients.
Water, vegetable oil, some food coloring, Alka-Seltzer.
So easy.
That's it.
And
now
so
it's
much
turning
fun.
purple.
Look at the purple. Wow, that is amazing.
Today we are going to do a crazy milk experiment.
Okay.
So what I have here is 2 dishes of milk and some food coloring. So what we're going to do is we're going to add,
Should I pick up one of these?
yep, grab one, add just a drop of food coloring. You don't want to mix it up. You just want to add all the colors into the plates. So this is something everybody has at home. You have milk from your refrigerator, a plate, and some food coloring. Now, you'll notice that the colors are not mixing with the milk. They're staying kind of on top because the milk is made up of fats and different types of molecules, and the food coloring is made up mostly of water. But if you take a Q-tip and put it in some Dawn dish detergent, so grab yours, and now I want you to take it and just pick a color and put it right down into the color and see what happens.
Oh, cool.
There's an instant reaction because what's happening is, just like in the commercials with the Dawn dish soap, when it splits the, dirty stuff out of the thing, now put it right in the middle and you can just hold it there and it will send all the colors all over the plate, causing reactions. You can add more soap. And it'll keep splitting. Now, this is fat-free milk, is the type of milk that I used. The way to make this into a great science experiment at home is to try it with whole milk, try it with 2%, and see the differences and see what types of reactions you can make happen.
I love the stuff you bring on the show. Try this at home. All you need is milk and some food coloring and some Dawn. Thank you so much. We'll see you next week.
Absolutely.
Stick with us. We'll be right back. And welcome back to Carolina and Company Live. It is time for the Try This at Home. The Children's Museum of South Carolina. Melanie McMurrin is here with me today.
Yes.
What are we doing?
Well, I did bring a blender, and no drinks today. What we are going to do is we are going to discover what's inside money.
Oh.
So, Cecil, do you have a $100 bill?
100. Yeah, I got 2 of them.
Do you?
No.
Well, I have $1, so I don't need to borrow from you. But this is called a neodymium magnet, and I want you to hold that.
Okay.
And if I put the dollar near it, it will be attracted to the magnet because our money is actually magnetic. And now paper is not magnetic; it doesn't stick to paper. However, there is iron actually in the ink of the dollar bill.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is we're going to, you know, last week we talked
Federal
about
government is on the way. I saw them coming in the door.
how valuable a penny was. Yet, you know, sometimes we just tear up dollar bills. And it's actually legal to tear up a dollar bill because we're not going to be putting it back together. We're not going to be trying to spend it. So it is legal. We're going to add this water in and blend it up. Now you're going to want to blend it for a couple minutes. So what I did was magic of
You
TV.
spent $2
Look at
on
that.
this. You must have more money than I do.
I spent way too much on this today. So this inside this bag is the water and the bill. So we're going to take this and go over top.
Wow, can you see
Wow.
that?
And if you can see
all
all of
collects
this
right
black,
here.
let's get it
That's
down into the
amazing.
corner. And the iron from the dollar is down into the bottom.
That is
Wow,
so
that's
cool.
amazing.
And you can try this at home with your kids, grandkids, if you have an extra dollar lying around. Thank you so much. Children's Museum of South Carolina will announce the ticket winners coming up next. Stick with us.
Well, we're sticking with our money theme. We learned about how pennies are really powerful and very valuable. Last week we tore up a dollar, blended it, and pulled the magnetic properties out. Today, we're going to talk about burning money.
You're burning money. I don't know if I can let you do that. Burning
Well-
money? She has a lot more money than me, apparently. All right.
Well, this one is a really exciting one. Cecil, do you have any money that we can burn?
Yeah, what you want?
Whatever the biggest thing you have.
The biggest
Money
thing
back.
I have? Wait a minute. You're not going to burn this, are you?
Yes.
$100. We have a $100 bill.
You're making a donation to the
You're going
Children's
to-
Museum.
I'm going over
You're
in the
going
corner.
to burn a $100
So
bill.
we have the 100. What you need to do is in this dish we have 30 milliliters of water. We're going to add 50 milliliters, whoops, almost 50 milliliters of rubbing alcohol. And now I'm going to have you add another 20. So you have about 70 milliliters of rubbing alcohol,
All right.
30 milliliters of water. You could do tablespoons at home, 3 tablespoons alcohol to 1 of that. And then I'm going to have you hold this.
my.
Just kind of give it
Dunk
a
it in
little,
there?
little dunk.
That's
just
my
a little
100.
bit.
Should I flip it over
Yep,
too?
flip it over, get both sides, hold it up.
Oh my. I can't believe we're doing this.
Let's get this magic of fire.
Oh, no.
Woo!
Whoa.
Woo!
Put it out quick.
As it burns, it goes out itself. You can see
wow.
the pan is even on fire now. Now, for parents who don't have
$100 bill?
$100 bill to burn,
I
or
certainly
their
wouldn't.
kids have already burned through, come visit us on Friday. We're going to have free admission on Friday from 5 to 7 p.m. for our health and safety night, where
All
we
right.
will not have fire.
Yes, and if you are
happening at
trying
the
this at
museum.
home, be sure to have a fire extinguisher nearby.
And welcome back to Carolina and Company Live. Now it's time for Try This at Home, where Melanie comes and shows us these really cool things that you can do with your kids or grandkids.
That's right. And today I have a special product. It's called Magic Sand.
Ooh, magic
Now,
sounds fun.
You can make your own magic sand at home. We made some here. We took some green sand and we treated it with Scotch Guard. So I want you to take that and just dip it into the water.
All the way?
Yep, take a spoonful up.
Okay.
And you'll notice that the water is floating on top of the sand. It's hydrophobic. Can you say that?
Hydrophobic.
Hydrophobic. So it is actually repelling the water and keeping the water. Where
Interesting.
regular sand, it soaks it up and it doesn't do the same thing. So if I take this sand and I pour it into the water,
Oh, look at that.
Wow.
isn't that cool? It actually is repelling the water. So you can use your spoon and you can make little sandcastles under the water.
Oh, wow.
And or what I want you to do is I want you to use this, pour it into that one and see if you can make a sandcastle. Just as you pour it in, see if you can do like a drip castle.
Oh.
There you go.
Yeah.
And when you take the sand
castle.
out of the water,
Unbelievable.
it's completely dry.
If I Scotch guard the sand that I sit on at the beach, then it won't stick to me, right?
Try it.
Try this
Try it at the
home.
beach.
So much fun, and you can always do this kind of stuff at the Children's Museum of South Carolina.
Okay, so what are we doing? We're making worms, is that right?
Worms. These worms have atomic glow in them, making them actually glow in the dark.
Oh, cool.
And these were made with actually red and green food coloring. Now, there's a special serum that has been dissolved into this water to make it extra creepy, and then our worm goo. So you can make your very own worm factory. So if you just pop it open,
Okay.
and what you're going to do is you're just going to squeeze it up. You made a little worm egg there. Let's just squeeze it real quick. And you will see as soon as the liquid gel hits the serum, it turns into a solid. And so they will start, and you let them cook in there for about 15 seconds. Don't you wish when you were pregnant with Charlie it only took 15 seconds?
Yes.
15 seconds?
I don't know. I think our world would be overpopulated if that was the case.
Probably. But now you can
Fish it out.
reach in
Worms.
and pull out your very own
All right.
worms and have your worm factory to take home.
Very fitting for Halloween.
Very fitting.
Creepy crawly worms, and check it out tomorrow at the Children's Museum of South Carolina. Welcome back to Carolina and Company Live. It's time for Try This at Home. You can take your kids, your grandkids, whoever you want, and try this with them, or you can always go to the Children's Museum and try it there too.
Yes, and actually the activity we're doing today is the most popular activity that we
Really?
do. We get requests all the time for how we do it, so we decided to bring
I'm
it today.
excited. Let's do it. What are
All
we
you
doing?
need is some glue, water, and some borax from the grocery store. That's all you need, and we add some food coloring for some fun. In here is borax and water. I'm making a super saturated solution by just shaking that up. In this cup, we have equal parts water and glue. So what I need you to do is to give that a stir, mix that up.
glue.
We're going to add 1 drop of food coloring. We'll add some color.
Okay. And now what?
Now we're just going to pour in some of our super saturated solution. You only need about 15 milliliters. That's about a tablespoon. How does that
Getting
feel?
thicker.
Getting thick.
thicker.
Add a little more.
Oh.
All right, now I'll reach in, pull it out, and you make this. We call this oobleck. So I made some blue
and
earlier.
There's some blue goo right here. Take a look at that. Oh, fun. Oh, no wonder kids love this. It's fun to play with.
It's fun to play with. It's kind of like our own version of science Play-Doh. So
science. Try this at home.
today we are making snow globes.
Oh.
And it's really easy if you have a baby food jar. All you do is take some water. I have some water in here. So we're just going to pour that in, and it should fill it up just about halfway. And then if you had some hot glue, you could glue this guy on the lid so that he kind of stays in there. Any type of Christmassy plastic stuff you could stick on. Then you're going to add mineral oil.
Okay.
When you pour the mineral oil, remember, just like vegetable oil, the oil and water are not going to mix. So you just fill it up to the top, and then why don't you grab some of that glitter and just pour lots
Also
of
known
glitter.
as snow, right?
Yep.
Glitter snow. Okay.
We can even throw some of these little snow
Wait, which one
decorations
didn't
in
you?
there.
There we go.
And then you're just going to put the lid on real tight, turn it over,
Shake it up.
give it a shake. The cool thing about this is that the oil and water don't mix, so the snow will actually stay on top. And so then your decorations or things that are inside, you'd be able to see at the bottom.
Oh, so cool. I'm so excited because I have a bunch of these baby things at home, and guess what everyone's getting for Christmas?
Snow globes.
Stick with us. We'll be right back.
And welcome back to Carolina and Company Live. It's time now for Try This at Home with Melanie from the Children's Museum of South Carolina. And we are still playing with some dry ice today. You might have some around the house because Halloween is coming up.
Halloween is coming and everybody loves dry ice. You can get dry ice at a bait shop or actually Bullinoo's in Cherry Grove Beach. But when you get it, you don't want to touch it with your hands. You need to be wearing a glove. So we're going to add a small piece to some warm water. And when you drop it in, it instantly starts to bubble. Now, what I have here is actually just a piece of a lanyard. You can also use cheesecloth or a linen cloth.
Or even a shoelace maybe, right?
Maybe. Yeah. Try it. Try different things. Make it a science experiment.
All right, so you dunk it in the soap.
Dunk it in just some dishwashing detergent and water. Slide it across the top, and it creates its own bubble. So you can keep going. You could have multiple ones going at a time, but the dry ice is releasing carbon dioxide, and that carbon dioxide is blowing a bubble just like you would or blow your bubble gum. But when it gets too big, what happens?
It pops and the smoke comes out.
Now you'll watch, the weight of the carbon dioxide is actually heavier than air. So when it falls, it just billows straight to the ground.
Just one of the things you can try at home or at the Children's Museum of South Carolina.
That's right.
Welcome back to Carolina and Company. I hope you learned a lot and saw all kinds of fun stuff to do at home with your kids and grandkids. Don't forget to check out the Children's Museum of South Carolina, located right in Myrtle Beach. It's always a good time. Thank you. Have a good one.